Saron
Alright, what is up everybody? It's Joe from JL2B Games coming at you with another cool video today. We are talking about the big announcement that Frontier just gave us with Planet Coaster 2 and the new DLC, the Sorcery Pack, which will release alongside the free update on September 16th, which we know a lot about the free update already. We're adding challenge mode, improved path tools, including like square cornered paths for like the queue lines, and also some other quality of life updates, and then some 3-axis grid rotation for like the grid items, grid pieces. We'll be able to actually rotate those on those axes, and then also the new radial moving platform, which we've talked about that in the last video. So the free update will give us all that fun stuff, but alongside that we're getting a DLC on the 16th as well. The first DLC we've gotten since before the monthly updates, because obviously the game needed a lot of work, and we got those monthly updates to fix the game, a lot of the issues that we had at launch, and now we have our first proper DLC since then, and is the Sorcery Pack. I know a lot of people wanted like kind of a spooky pack. This is kind of like very close to that, very interesting, because it's actually very much on that you know, I would consider it kind of spooky. You know, I would consider this spooky. Just kind of like with, you know, sorcery, like a magic kind of twist. I would also say this is kind of more inspired maybe like by the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal, which gets me pretty hyped, because a lot of the coasters in this pack, because it's not just scenery, we also get a set of 5 rides, which we'll get into, and we're going to take a closer look at those rides here in a moment. But let's see, take a little bit look at the trailer here for the Sorcery Pack. So right off the bat, we have like this magical village, some really cool theming, and we have switch tracks again. But not only that, we have swing launches integrated into here. We have the motorbike coaster, we have a children's coaster, we have a flying theater flat ride, another crazy flipping weird flat ride that I'm not sure I've ever seen before. Like, there's a lot to take in this very small DLC trailer. Like, let's kind of break it down, the trailer, a little bit here. So we got a lot going on here. We get greeted with this awesome village, and we have the motorbike coaster flying over the path, and the scenery. We're going to take a closer look at the scenery items as well here in a little bit. But if you look at this, look at that train, and it looks fantastic. It just shouts Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. This will also have the swing launch capability as well. I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask, is the switch track and swing launch going to be added to other coaster types? I'd imagine not. I'd imagine it's going to be exclusive to this coaster and then the Outamax coaster, which is the Intamin, because we are getting the motorbike coaster, we're getting an Intamin new gen, kind of like Intamin Blitz, say like Pantheon, kind of inspired, I would say, like by Pantheon, by Velocicoaster. We can actually create rides like that now, so you can kind of see we've got that switch track in action. It looks like it's going to be fixed to kind of like what we have here, so you'll have to come in from like a bank. I don't think that's going to be very editable, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. We're just going to have to work around it, but just getting swing launches in general is going to be huge. And obviously there is a mod that allows swing launches now with the current switch track that we have, but this is just on a different level. Like, just having it in the game And then we also have the children's coaster, which I believe is kind of modeled off of like the like the Zamperla kind of like kiddie coasters, except the track is kind of a fuller, almost like a Vekoma track kind of. I'm not entirely sure how to describe it, but the coaster cars themselves remind me of like the kiddie coasters from like say Whistlepunk Chaser, Grand Exposition Coaster, Howler, from a lot of those kiddie coaster rides, which I definitely like that because it's a very basic coaster car, and I like how vanilla it is. It's really nice to see how small it is too. Like, is this kind of hinting towards like, are we going to get more children's rides, like flat rides in the future? I hope so. Then we have the Flying Theater, which this one's really cool to see. Something that we didn't have in Planet Coaster 1. I really like this idea. I don't know how many options they're going to have on this like 360 screen. It's kind of like this big screen, which is really cool. Hopefully there's I'd imagine you'll be able to play your own custom video if you're on PC. I'm sure they'll have a lot of like generic stuff to choose from at the beginning as well. But I would love, obviously, to use my own custom stuff in that screen. That would be great. Then we have, of course, this weird flat ride that's like, it's like this weird swing, but the seats also flip. I'm not sure if I've seen this type of ride before. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of interesting. I'll always welcome a new flat ride. There's other flat rides I'd love to see in the game first, but definitely not going to say no to a new flat ride. So we're getting 5 new rides, but also all the new scenery as well. So let's take a closer look with the footage that I do have here. Let's take a look at each coaster and theme here. And the theme as well. So we're going to start off with the motorbike coaster. Obviously, it's very much inspired by Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. There's no denying that. And you got the sidecar, the motorbike, and I absolutely love this. I want this coaster model in the game pretty badly, actually. I think it's a really awesome addition to the game, and I can't wait to see people recreating Hagrid's in the game like to its full extent now. I love that the cars are vanilla, that you can really theme them up the way you want to, and just the seating. And then of course the switch track is amazing. Having the switch track as another option in this is also amazing. So the theming, I'd imagine we're going to get some blueprints in game that are going to go with it. I love that it just flies through like this village, this creepy village. This is going to be so useful for like my my spooky kind of theme. Like if we want to do spooky themed parks, I feel like this pack is going to fulfill that pretty well. Yes, it's more based on magic more than scary spooky, but it still has a lot of once we get into like the pieces, you can definitely tell, you can definitely create some spooky stuff with this, which is amazing. So going into the next clip here, we have the Flying Theater, which is a pretty awesome addition as well. Not one that I'm not sure if this was very heavily requested or not, but I'm very happy to have this in the game. I think you can make some really cool stuff here, especially if you have like some custom videos that you can add in here and create some really cool experiences with that. I haven't been on many Flying Theaters in the past, at least not in any theme parks. I've been on some, but I've never been on like one from a park. But then we have what everyone's probably interested in here is like this flat ride. I'm kind of interested in this flat ride. I don't know if I use this flat ride very often, but it's kind of like does this flipping. I don't know if it's kind of similar to like Catwoman's Whip at Six Flags St. Louis. It looks like a similar ride, but it's not exactly like it's held on by cables. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen one of these. Let me know in the comments section if it's a common ride that you see. I haven't really seen, but the Automax Raid is the big one here. This is our next gen Intamin Blitz coaster that everyone wanted. And I told you guys from the start that this was for sure going to be in a DLC. There's no way that this is going to be part of a free update because it's one of the most heavily requested coaster types in the game. And yeah, looking at all these different pieces, there's a lot to take in here. You can see it's definitely like taking inspiration a lot from like the Harry Potter section, like just Harry Potter in general with this DLC pack overall. So, but like, I just love the foresty theme. You can see like spiders, you see like wizards and everything, and all these like awesome particle effects as well, which is amazing, by the way. And I love like all just the spike and everything. There's a lot to take in on kind of like this shot here. You have like all these different new animatronics figures. You see people, wizards with wands. You see the manipulating, like just some awesome magic effects. There's a lot of different like wizards in here. I can definitely see people making like some Harry Potter rides with this, because they do kind of look like Harry Potter characters with the robes. They just kind of have some funny like just some normal sorcerer hats and such. Looks like we're gonna have a lot of selection on the animatronics here, which is really cool. Got like an orb over there, and then you can see like we're gonna get some spider pieces as well with some webbing, and some crystals, which look amazing, by the way. They look like they actually glow. I love that. I love that we're getting some actual like webbing pieces and such like that. So there's actually some really cool pieces, especially for if you're wanting to do like spookier kind of stuff. Like that is going to fulfill that very much so. Let's also take a look at the child. I guess it's like the kitty coaster, which is also going to be featured in this pack, which is a very basic kind of like coaster car. Kind of reminds me of the Zamperla kitty coasters. I don't know if there's going to be like a flat track option where you can have like just the flat track instead of like the thicker track here. I'm not sure. Of course, with the mod that I have, I'll be able to put it on any coaster type, or like any track type most likely. So I'm not too worried about that for myself if it's not available, but hopefully it's just available in the coaster trains itself. I only see like the thicker track, but it's still cool to see. I'll take it, of course. And then we have a little bit of some buildings here. So like we get a little bit of a taste, a little time lapse here of some of the pieces that we can expect in the game for this DLC. We have this really cool brick, some really nice brick pieces, and some like wooden structures, like new roof pieces that look really spooky. I love it. So I think you're going to really be able to do some spooky. We have new wooden pieces, which is amazing. I love seeing more pieces in the game. Like, that's just amazing. And then, of course, we have these new, have some new, like, little dormer pieces, like little hangover pieces, and then also, like, obviously some new doors and, like, off-grid pieces that are really, really cool that you can really create some amazing stuff with. And, like, you're going to be able to create some, like, magical villages. I love these pieces right here, the townhouse windows, those rounded windows. I really have been wanting those pieces a lot, and definitely it fits really well into there, and these particle effects look really, really awesome as well. And you're going to be able to really create some cool stuff. We have some candles, cauldrons, we have some chimney pieces, some really cool stone pieces, and just overall, it looks amazing. Looks like we got some spire pieces to choose from as well. So very, very excited about this update and these DLC. I think this is definitely going to be a DLC that's worth it. As for the amount of content in this DLC, I think it's a lot more than the last one, for sure. Like, I feel like we're getting 5 rides, but we're also getting scenery as well. Like, we're not just getting rides, we're also getting a good amount of scenery, it looks like, which is exciting. So, that's the cool thing about this is, like, I feel like the ride pack last time, what did it have? 7, 8 rides? This we're getting 5 rides and also scenery. So, like, I feel like the scenery just adds a lot more to it, especially with all the pieces and options that you get here with it. So, I'm not exactly sure if they've announced how much this DLC will cost. I'm assuming it's going to be around the $10 to $15 range, 15 being the most. And that's just my guess. My initial guess is $15 for the DLC. I would love to see it at 10, but realistically, it will probably be 15. I'm not sure if they've actually shared that information yet. Yeah, I also want to again thank Frontier for sending me this footage early so I could have some videos prepared for it, and I really do appreciate Frontier trusting me with this information, having it like a little bit early to prepare these videos for you guys, because it is very useful and it gets me excited as well. I'm really bad at keeping secrets, but I want to keep a good relation with Frontier, so I'm going to continue to do so and obviously honor not spoiling anything before stuff gets announced. I'm gonna wait till stuff gets announced to talk about it. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section, guys. Are you excited for the Sorcery Pack DLC? I know I am. I think it's a really good one to start off on. It's got that spooky vibe to it a little bit, but it's also like magical. Like I love the diversity here. You can really use it for like spooky stuff, but you can also use it if you're kind of creating like a magical wizarding world, kind of like, say, if you want to create something like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, that you're going to be able to do that and have options for that. So and the rides that come with this pack are really top notch, especially the coasters. I like the coasters that are in this pack. The flat rides, I like the Flying Theater is also really good. The only weird one is that that kind of swinging, flipping one. I'm not entirely sure. That's the only one. That's the only ride that I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm that excited for that, because I'm not sure if I'd use it that much personally. Maybe other people will, but I'm never gonna be upset with new flat rides. So but yeah, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments section of what you guys think about this new DLC. Are you guys excited for it to release on the 16th? We only gotta wait about a week until this DLC comes out. Very exciting to get my hands on it for sure and to check it out for you guys. I'll be there obviously when it comes out, and we're gonna check it out right away. So I'm very excited. I'm just so excited we're finally getting DLC content. It's about time, and I'm glad that the game is where it is right now, and I hope this helps bring back the fan base of Planet Coaster and kind of builds gets everyone back into playing the game again, because it's really a fantastic game now. Like as compared to launch, it's night and day. Like it's not even close. Like the game has improved so much since then, and it continues to improve, and we're kind of back to a normal schedule, like getting these updates like every 3 months or so. But I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Are you planning on picking up this DLC? Let me know in the comments section. What would you have preferred if you're upset with this DLC? What would you have preferred to see? I personally am pretty happy with this, again, because I think it kind of fills like different needs. Like I feel like it helps fill a little bit. I know a lot of people are asking for spooky, but like this fills that spooky. It gives it something different that Planet Coaster didn't have. Like they probably don't want to do like the same DLCs they did in Planet Coaster 1. So this allows them to kind of do a spooky-ish kind of theme, but still something new at the same time. And I think they accomplished that with this one, you know. So I'm very happy that Frontier accomplished it with this a little bit. So, but yeah, love to hear your thoughts in the comments section, and I will see you guys later when this DLC releases. Some new content coming your way. I did have my wisdom teeth removed about a week ago, so I'm getting back into it. I'm pretty much recovered enough for where I can actually start doing content again. So excited to get back into it, and appreciate your guys' patience. So I will see you guys next time. Make sure you guys have a great day and a cooler tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much, and goodbye.